Well, welcome back to Sunrise. I want to take you back to that breaking news out of the US now, where 10 people have been killed and more than 35 injured in New Orleans after a man drove his pickup truck into crowds celebrating the new year.
The suspect, identified by authorities as Texan resident Shamsud Din Jabbar, is dead, and the FBI is investigating this mass casualty event as a terror attack, having found an ISIS flag and explosive devices inside the vehicle. And for more, Phil Andrew, a former FBI agent, joins us live from Chicago. Good morning to you, Phil. Now, initially, this wasn't actually classified as terrorism, and then the investigation turned. How does the possibility of terrorism now impact the FBI's investigation?
Well, the FBI is the lead agency for terrorism investigations in the United States. And while these events are absolutely terrorizing and terrorize the hearts and the minds of those in New Orleans and those visiting, there is a specific legal threshold around terrorism, and that has to be met. And it looks like the early indicators of this investigation that this individual, how they prepared, the enormity of the attack, the pre-placed improvised explosive devices, and his preparation for a direct engagement with the public and the police have all those indications, as well as this signature sign that there was an ISIS flag displayed.
So Phil, this is a big development just in the last couple of minutes, with law enforcement authorities on the ground saying that they do not believe the New Orleans attacker was solely responsible. So they are now on the hunt for possible associates, whether they be in the US or globally. How does that operation roll out now?
Well, they're going to be looking into the entire life of this individual. They're going to look at communications, last visited areas, and that will reveal potential associations. Now, what we don't know, what investigators are looking at, is at the broad kind of nexus to an international terror group. Did he have communication? Did he leave the country to engage with someone? Did he visit with somebody who's an operation, is operational with them? Or are they looking at somebody that, very similar to him, committed to these acts and was a co-conspirator in bringing about these tragic events? That part we don't know, but they're going to be looking at all of that.
And Phil, he was quite clearly very prepared and organised here as well. Obviously, he had his weapons. We know that this was a deliberate action now by this man. The police have said that it was an intentional mindset and that he was hell-bent on causing carnage, and he's certainly done that.
Well, there's no question. With the level of preparation, this early indicator that there may have been pre-planted improvised explosive devices, additional devices in the vehicle, and then complete preparation for some sort of large-scale engagement with police and bystanders, and targeting an event that he knew would have a large number of people and vulnerable. And he had to have figured out how he was going to get through police barricades or find some way where there was a vulnerability. So a fair amount of preparation was involved in this, and likely some support from some other person.
Yeah. Clearly premeditated. Thank you so much, Phil, for sharing your expertise with us this morning. Of course, the Super Bowl coming up in New Orleans in February. There's the Sugar Bowl, which is a college football tournament on right now, so heightened security there in the city.